Here's how to get an aesthetic physique in the most fun and simple way. So, what is an aesthetic physique in the first place? So, an aesthetic physique is a physique where the muscles that are most prioritized are the aesthetic muscles. What the fuck are the aesthetic muscles, you might say? The aesthetic muscles are muscles that make you look the biggest. So, basically, your shoulders, your traps, your neck, your upper chest, and your abs. Now I can't fucking show you my abs because I'm fat as fuck right now, but you get the gist of it. So, um, these are basically the muscles, and to train them, there are plenty of ways, but the most effective and fun ways are the ones that I'm mostly into. So, let's start with shoulders. So, for shoulders, just if you want more detailed stuff and basically get all the information that influencers are gatekeeping, um, check out my ebook. It's there's the free version and the paid version. Both are great, but I'd recommend you get the paid version because it basically has everything. You basically don't won't ever need to watch any um, fitness content about like informational stuff. It has everything, and it's I think I should price it a bit higher. So and I might do actually. So try to get that. Get super fucking strong at pressing. Choose a stable press. So let's say a Smith machine or a machine press, and just get strong at it. So the concept is basically that a bigger muscle is inherently a stronger muscle. So when you optimize your training for getting as strong as possible, not for a single rep, but let's say getting your 5 rep max from let's say 185 pounds to 225. After that transition, your shoulders would have grown enough to accommodate for that load. And I hear lot of people saying that strength doesn't equal size. It fucking does because, yes, although neural adaptations are a thing and they are what you know make you let's say, they make a person stronger than another person, even though muscle mass might equate. That only works in like competition movements. So let's say a bench press or a squat or a deadlift where the movements are very technical. So not for a fucking Smith machine shoulder press because it's very stable and it's very easy to load. So basically, the amount of muscle that it takes to move 185 is not the amount of muscle that it takes to move 225 basically. So that's where stability comes in and where you need to pick your movements a lot more wisely. So this is all just to say pick a stable movement, get super strong at it. I think I've mentioned how to progress in other videos, but I'll do it. I'll go over it briefly right now. So basically, let's say right now you basically do a plate for a set of 6, and the last rep is to failure. Um, the next session, I would, if somebody came to me with this problem and they're like struggling to progress, I would do the same amount of weight for the same amount of reps. And if the last rep is moves at the same intensity, so basically you can't do another rep. Basically, you should add load. So basically, add the smallest amount of weight, which is usually like a 5 pound plate. Um, Add that and try to get let's say 4 to 5 reps and see how that goes. And if and after that session, just keep on either add more load and remain at the same rep range, or try to add a rep. All one thing is to also keep a rep in reserve. That way you can build strength more efficiently and you can like accommodate for the fatigue of the other movements because you're not going to the gym to do one thing. You have a lot of shit to do. This is just a big rant, but whatever. Shoulders, get as strong as possible in pressing. For your upper chest, the only tip I can really give you is to not flare your elbows in incline pressing and to not overextend over like arch your back. because that basically makes it so that the other parts of your chest are the ones contributing to the movement. So yeah. One other thing is to reduce the load because your upper chest is a lot smaller. And when I noticed this basically is to, let's say I do 2 plates on an incline bench press with like shit form. I would take off like 25 pounds and do that for a set of 5 with like tucked elbows, which really um, makes it a lot harder, and that's how you know your upper chest is really working. Yeah, upper chest. Moving on to shoulders, to fucking lats. So for lats, I basically just did pull-ups for the last 3 months, and I've noticed the most amount of gains with that. So pull-ups are fucking goated. If you can like do a set of 6 pull-ups, start adding weight like immediately. Add like a 2.5 kilo plate and just try to get 5 reps again. You'll most likely get your 5 reps, and then just try to progress from there. I've very much noticed the difference of going from like 15 kilos to 30. My back has definitely grown from that transition, and I think yours will do the same. Uh, my first client, I took him from barely doing like 3 pull-ups to now doing a set of 8 with 15 kilos, and his back definitely improved. And not only his back, but his arms as well to, grip the bar. So moving on to abs, I would recommend doing like a standard crunch, like no 5 minute ab workouts. Those don't fucking work. Just do like a standard abs exercise and load it over time. Get stronger at flexing your spine, and that's basically it. For arms, um, biceps specifically, I would recommend doing preacher curls. And you can do them single arm or double arm. It doesn't really matter. Like it depends on your programming and what muscles you're trying to prioritize. So basically, do preachers and hammer curls. Those are like the only 2 exercises I do, and the ones I've noticed the most amount of like progress with. For triceps, I would recommend doing just a standard single arm extension because you're getting um, activation of all 3 heads. Like it depends on how you program it. This is like I'm like trying to take into consideration like a lot of programs. So basically, mine, I basically do a shoulder press and a lat movement. So basically, just a pull up. Then I do my arm work, which is basically preacher curls, and then I do my JM presses for the lateral and medial head, and then I do a one arm tricep extension for the long head, basically, because the long head doesn't contribute to a pressing movement, is what I'm trying to say. So that's about it. Um, the getting strong part works for basically every single muscle, so don't try to like outsmart yourself and do like bullshit intensifiers. Just get strong as possible, and that's probably like the most fun way to train. I've noticed when I try to like just go in for a pump, the pump doesn't really equate to the productivity, nor does it equate to muscle growth. So I'd say go into the gym, try to beat your logs, your note noting how much weight you did last time. Try to like beat that, and that's how you know you're progressing. Basically, if you can go into the gym, progress every single time, you know you're doing something right. So yeah.